Hello, everybody. Welcome to Take Charge Tuesday. My name is Jake Cunningham with White Dove Global Marketing, and it's an honor to be here for another round each Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. 10 what would that be? 10 a.m. Mountain or 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain. We do a little business building workshop here. And there's other calls that I need to be on at this time. So I'm going to look at rearranging this time because most people actually watch the replay for this because it's in the middle of the work week and it's a busy time. So I'm going to put it in the later of the afternoon on Tuesdays or in the evening time. So for those of you who are live, I welcome you. You can chat in the chat group here. And I adjusted my camera so I can stand because I really can't stand sitting. And so I love to stand if I can. It's more natural when presenting. But today I'm going to go through a couple of resources and tools that I found very profound and useful. And you can access these very easily by simply going to the websites that I post and locating these resources. They're easy. And there's 3 of them I'm going to go through today. So today, I want to start with a couple publications that I've invested in. And the investment was really just the cost of shipping for this first tool. And this first tool is designed to give you some inside secrets and tips on how to make your website and your landing pages and your sales funnels flow. As many of you may know who've known me for years, I love the internet marketing aspect of sharing the value of what we do. And part of that is a lot of logical systems that you have to learn mixed with the right messaging, the right words, and the right language. But part of this is just understanding where to put your order form. What different campaigns are more effective than others. And so this first is I'm going to put the link down there because right now this gentleman from .com Secrets, here it is, .com Secrets, 108 proven split test winners. Simple tweaks you can make to your website so you can make more money. And what this means is money is an indirect, how can I say it? Money is a result from effective communication and processes, right? Money is a result from effective sessions that you run with your light therapy, with your quantum biofeedback. Does that make sense? The money is it's a side effect, really, of effective results. And so this, though, gets down to some of the nitty gritty. And I'm going to highlight a couple of these to show you what I'm talking about. Because a lot of us who are building out who have newsletters that go out or different information. Here's a perfect example I wanted to show you here. And this is an example of the book too. So a 230% boost in conversions with a headline redesign. Okay. So an example of this, he took four examples here, and you can see the X, and the X, and then this is the winner here. And what it was the light blue image with the dark text, no picture, was the most effective. And so removing the image was the first step. Improving the headline design, making it bold so you can see it with that nice blue background, actually boosted results tremendously. A 230% boost in clicks and active engagement. Now that's huge. That's huge when doing your Facebook marketing campaigns, or some of you who use Google Analytics and the pay-per-click advertising. Huge. This goes into also how to lay out your options. So if you have, like, let's say a bronze, silver, gold membership or purchase options for your sessions, say you have different packages. Well, a way to lay it out is simply what one is the control, which is silver, gold, platinum, versus the platinum, gold, silver. So progression. And this lays out the benefits of that. So this is just a gold mine. I paid, I think, $7 for this, and it's 180 different examples on how you can improve your website, and these tips from actual tested split campaigns where they tested both models. And this is amazing. This guy named what's his name? Russell. He's the man. I mean, he came out with this amazing product for us to help boost our website. And there's upsells. You know, he talks about there's going to be upsells when you purchase that, but if you just get this alone, it'll be well worth it. And I'll have the link in the box down here with the replay in the notes under here. So that's the first resource I want to share with you today. The second is a new book I got. And the whole reason we do these webinars is to learn from experts and people who've done it before. This gentleman by the name of Tim Ferriss, he wrote that famous book, The 4-Hour Workweek. And he's all about behavioral optimization to master different concepts. He's a pretty interesting cat, kind of off the ball, but we like those people. That's our industry. And so this is called Tools of Titans, the tactics, routines, and habits of billionaires, icons, and world-class performers. So I'm not saying read the book, you're going to be a billionaire. No, of course not. There's no claims made. But if we can learn some of the habits of successful people, we will not be destined to make the same mistakes or to add some of these routines. The amazing thing about the human condition is that we're all given this amazing landscape and palette, this blank canvas when we enter this world. Many of the things and habits and belief systems we've accumulated over time are things we've learned. What's so exciting about that is we can relearn these things, right? If you've learned something, you can actually unlearn something and acquire new habits. So this is just a little tidbit. So I'm going to read a couple of these for you to give you an idea. There's some ones that I've highlighted that are where's the okay. So this is by this is one of the chapters on Derek Sivers. Derek Sivers is one of my favorite humans, and I often call him for advice. Think of him as a philosopher, king programmer, master teacher, and merry prankster. Originally a professional musician and circus clown, he did the latter to counterbalance being introverted. Derek created CD Baby in 1998, became the largest seller of independent music online, with 100 million in sales for 150,000 musicians. In 2008, Derek sold CD Baby for 22 million, giving the proceeds to a charitable trust for music education. He is a frequent speaker at TED conferences with more than 5 million views of his talks. In addition to publishing 33 books via his company Wood Egg, he is the author of Anything You Want, a collection of short life lessons that I've read at least a dozen times. I still have an early draft with highlights and notes. So it goes behind the scenes. And then he interviews them. So if more information was the answer, then we'd all be billionaires with perfect abs. It's not what you know, it's what you do consistently. Okay? How to thrive in an unknowable future. Choose the plan with the most options. The best plan is the one that lets you change your plans. And this gives you these great insights and tips. So don't be a donkey. What advice would you give, Tim? This is Tim interviewing Derek. What advice would you give to your 30-year-old self? Derek says, don't be a donkey. What does that mean? Well, I meet a lot of 30-year-olds who are trying to pursue many different directions at once, but not making progress in any, right? Can we relate to that? Is that some of us in the field of natural medicine where we're trying to do too many things at once? We're trying to Also, finish more degrees, build a successful practice, launch another product, all these things. They get frustrated that the world wants them to pick just one thing because they want to do them all. What do I have to choose? I don't know what to choose. But the problem is, if you're thinking short term, then you act as though if you don't do them all this week, they won't happen. The solution is to think long term, to realize that you can do one of these things for a few years and then do another for a few years and another. You probably heard the fable, I think it's the Buridan's ass, about a donkey who is standing halfway between a pile of hay and a bucket of water. He just keeps looking left to the hay and right to the water, trying to decide hay or water, hay or water. He's unable to decide, so he eventually falls over and dies of both hunger and thirst. A donkey can't think of the future. If he did, he'd realize he could clearly go first drink the water, then go eat the hay. So my advice to my 30-year-old self is don't be a donkey. You can do everything you want to do. You just need foresight and patience. So how that relates, does that relate to you? Can you understand how that can play a good role? Just a little reminder and a tip, a little advice for yourself today that, yes, we want to do all these things. We want to finish our PhD. We want to get more education. We want to, though, build a successful practice because we need to do that for our livelihood. We need to acquire new tools. Take a deep breath and realize that it can all be done. You just have to set in course your plan of action, be patient, and realize it's a long-term game. So that's what I took from that. So this is a great, great piece of literature. It's a lot of short chapters. I don't know how many are in there, but there is, I think, over 100. This is an investment of about 26 bucks. I think I got it from his promotion. I'm going to have a link down below for this too, but it's a great tool and I advise you do it, get it, have it as an archive because it's easy, it's simple, and it gives you great insight into these leaders of the world. So next, I have a subscription I subscribe to, which is Profound. I've been a member of this magazine for, almost 10 years. I can't remember, but I've got archive of them and it comes with a great CD each month that you can listen to in your car, if your car even still has CD, or you can rip the CD, have it on MP3, carry it with you on your iPhone, your Android device, or transfer it to your workout, smartwatch, iPod, whatever you want, and listen to it when you're running or walking at the gym, whatever you do. But this is Success Magazine. Success Magazine is another accumulation of just great short articles, some longer than others, that remind you as an entrepreneur that you're not alone, and it gives you great advice from people who've done it and also great leaders in the thought leaders, motivational speakers, that type of thing. This month's cover is this gentleman, Jocko Willink, and he is a badass. This guy is his book. What's the book? I'm just finishing up. What is it called here? I think it's in my room, on leadership. And it is talking about as a leader in your life and as in your business, in your practice, the buck stops with you. Meaning if you are an entrepreneur, it's about taking full accountability for the good and the bad that happens, the challenges that arise. There's no blame. There's no passing the buck. You own your success. You actually own your failure too. And your relationship with failure changes when you take full responsibility. You realize you can't let it get you down. You can't afford to let it get you down when you have a bad week. Say you have 2 people coming in this week. Well, what do? Do you blame the economic conditions? Do you blame your staff for not booking enough clients? Do you blame your clients for not rebooking? You have to take ownership and full responsibility for your success and for your missions and for your goals. And it's amazing. So I'm going to read you an example here. This has random quotes in it. This is by Jim Rohn. if you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. How about that? Does that sink in for you? Does that sink in to our daily grind and what we have to do each day? Because trust me, there's a lot of things I find excuses for. I do this presentation for you each week because I need it the most. I'm not doing it as a speaker or lecturer to you that you need to increase and be better. That's a side effect. But I do this to remind myself that there's a lot of lessons to learn and apply. Learning's one thing, but you got to apply it each week. So Jocko, this interview with him, Jocko offers no excuses, no hedges. He speaks simple truths that resonate. This guy is a pretty cool guy. He's a co-author of that book. What is it called? I'll find it for you. I'll put it in the link too below. But this is Success Magazine, and the subscription is something like $30, for 12 issues, 10 issues. And this is so powerful because you as an entrepreneur and a leader, you need coaches that you can't always just go to seminars for. You can't leave your office and your practice. It's hard enough to go to training, certification training for your products. When do you have time for that? So these are all elements that you can do from Success Magazine. 100 proven split tests for winners. Split test winners, not for winners. Tools of Titans. These are 3 little elements I'm now buried in because I get these all the time. I can't wait till I have space enough for a library because I love books and I love knowledge. But during that work day and that work week, you have to apply these things. This is stuff you study. I study after hours, first thing in the morning, before I go to bed. And if I take a lunch break, instead of going and turning on the TV, read a little chapter of something and you'll be better off for it. So with that said, I just love you all. I welcome you all to ask any questions you want on any other things. If you have any other books that you are into right now, go ahead and share. And if I don't hear from you right now, go ahead and please comment below on the replay, on the blog, on the White Dove Global blog, so that I can hear your success, what books, what things you're into right now that are helping you thrive as a practitioner and as a business owner. Because yes, you're a healer. Yes, you can apply these amazing gifts you have and tools so that your clients and patients achieve the goals they have. But you also have to be achieving your goals in order to be able to perform and serve better. That also means you have to be successful. Now, what does that success mean for you? That's personal. I don't know what that means. Does it mean making a 6-figure income at least? Does it mean paying off that mortgage? Does it mean buying that property to build that dream practice on? Does it mean pay your bills each month? It doesn't matter, but you got to define it. You have to have goals. On this mirror right here that you can't see, and don't worry about my feng shui. I don't have enough space to really do a proper feng shui office. I've got my sales goals that stare me right in my eye every day, right there. They're right there. And am I hitting them? No, I'm not hitting them this year, but I'm close. And that target I have is allowing me and reminding me each day that when I step into my sanctuary here and I pull back my bow of information to find I have an aim, I have a target, and I have something to strive for. And I encourage you to do that same thing. I mean, get specific. I mean, dream board. I mean, print out the pictures of the dream practice or that dream location or home or car or happy clients and customers and family, and pin it on your wall. Don't be bashful. Just get it done and be excitement enthusiastic. People will come into your office and say, "What is that?" "That's a beautiful home." "Oh my gosh, that kitchen. I would love to have it." Just say, "That's what I'm working for my own personal goals." But do you notice the happy family and clients and pictures of that's you? You are part of that dream, that goal, your success. Let them know that you're thinking of things beyond yourself. And I'm not talking about materialistic goals, but you have to set some goals. It may be you want enough energy in your bank account to be able to give back. But if you are dead broke, if you aren't charging for your services, right? And you're giving everything away, give it away. How is that allowing you to serve? How is that allowing you to really grow and better serve more people? It's not. It's not. Now, it doesn't mean you don't be compassionate when people aren't able to pay you, but they are desperate for your services. There's always a way to work that out. But you do that with the understanding that what you're giving away is not free. What you're giving away costs thousands of dollars of investment for the technology itself, not to mention the time, not to mention the travel, the study hours, and the investment of you spending away from your own personal hobbies and habits to get good at this skill to be able to share it with the world. Like that's all accumulative. I would say for every piece of equipment that you have, you want to triple that cost of investment. And that's the value you're dealing with because of time and energy it takes. So do not sell yourself short. It doesn't serve you. And think about this. If you're in a good position economically with your practice and your personal life, does that give you more ability to give? Of course it does. Does that allow you more energy to help people? Of course it does. And so this year, let's break through the giving away our power and let's harness that, set some strong goals that are achievable, and say no to people who are energy vampires who suck the life out of you. This could be friends, family, clients, mentors, whoever drains your energy. I consider an energy vamp. They suck the life out of you. And that doesn't serve you or anybody else. So the first step is to say no to those people and then start saying yes to your own driving values and goals that you set for yourself. Say yes to those. Say yes to that goal that's up on your wall. That's what I want. That's what I'm going after every day is I want to help 100 people this month. I want to do 100 sessions this month or 50 sessions this month. You could do it weekly, but each week is different, as you know. There's a million ways to set a goal. And it never, the plan to get the goal never fits the script exactly, but the more clear you are, the higher probability that's going to happen. And so with that said, you get some great examples here. You guys, I'm going to repeat before I go. The first one I reviewed was this 108 proven split test winners. Simple tweaks you can make to your website so you can make more money. This is awesome. I'm going to apply some of them this month. The next was The Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. It's a thick book. I mean, it's like a little Bible. It's in terms of not the content, but I mean the way it lays out. And there's nothing like reading a book. Yes, we're in technology and you're watching this on your computer or your iPad or your iPhone or your Google Android device. But a book is special. You can feel it. You can disconnect from online, but still inform yourself. And then last is Success Magazine. I advise get a subscription. The subscription, what is it? Save up to 60% a year for 12 issues for $29, $30. What do you pay a month on cable? Our cable bill is something like $100 a month, 75, $100 a month. I watch maybe one or two shows in a month. That's called throwing money out the window. This isn't. This is $2. What is it? 30 months divided by 12, let's say. So $2.50 an issue for a mass amounts of great content. So there you go. I love you all. I hope you take some of this information and apply it, and let me know what you think about what resources you're using to boost your psyche and fill your cup and sharpen your saw. I would love to know what tools you're using so that I can also use them, but we can share and we can all uplift each other. So I wish you the best. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you Friday on the focus call when my dad is going to be on, and we're going to be going over some of the biofeedback software. Okay? Take care, everybody. Stay focused, stay healthy, and start taking charge. Talk to you next week.